Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here, coming at you with another Ultimate General Gettysburg battle. Well, continuation of Chancellorsville, of course, guys, and we are defending Chancellor Farm from the rebels. Now, this is the crux of the battle, I believe the finale of the battle. We've got our boys set up. We put a few of them here in the woods, but we know that the enemy is going to do their absolute best to stop us. Now, I'm going to put Slocum back here because that artillery could be pretty dangerous for him, but we're getting attacked from all angles, guys. We're getting attacked from the west. We're getting attacked from the front, just about anywhere you could imagine. Now I'm going to put O'Rourke over here, and I'm even thinking of grabbing Meade's army here, moving them through the woods towards where the rebels are, and defending from there. Obviously, if we get any attacks over here in the east, we can respond to them as we see fit. Now look at how many rebels are here ready to fight. Of course, we're the ones in the woods, and I'm hoping that's going to help us a little bit. I'd love to get some skirmishers out here, so I might try to go ahead and do that. So let's see really quickly here. Excuse me, we got interrupted there by Java. My goodness, shame on you, Java. So guys, of course, we're going to be moving this way with our men, and I'm going to take Meade's forces and see if I can't flank the rebels coming this way. We know that our northern line is not that strong, but I do want to get a few skirmishers if I can, and more specifically, I think even forget skirmishers. I'm just going to move Franklin over here, although we're supposed to hold this area. They made that very clear. So I'm thinking maybe we could keep some guys there. Yeah, sorry, Franklin, you're going to have to stay put. Kane can probably detach some skirmishers. There we go. And Kane's skirmishers are going to start firing on Archer. I want to get as much support as I can here. So I'm going to bring in, of course, maybe this cannon. We're already dealing with the enemy over here, and I'm thinking we could probably hit Walker on the flank and do some serious damage. So that's what we're going for with Barnes. Every time I say Barnes, I start thinking about Platoon every single time. So we're going to hit him with Barnes over here. We're also going to detach some skirmishers. We'll detach some skirmishers from Tyler as well. And we're just going to use this large force to pound away at the enemy forces. We're kind of flanking them. We're really flanking them, as a matter of fact. And I'd love to get here behind Stewart. Of course, I want to make sure Meade is on the way as well. But look at that. It looks like Pender has got some problems to deal with, to say the least. There we go. Smash Pender's boys with everything you got. And, of course, we're still dealing with that northern attack. There's a lot of enemies here, guys. Dan Sickles is going to try to hold them off, but that's a lot of rebels, which is another reason we really need to keep pushing this attack with Barnes and the rest of these boys. We've got to come behind the rebels, and that's what she said. And, of course, we've got to drop behind them and set up and try and just keep shooting at these guys before they break our lines, because I could tell you right now, they could break our lines very easily. I think I'm going to take Carr here and move him to the front line. It's good to see we've got this cannon here, but it's just not enough for me. In fact, I'm going to take some skirmishers from Patrick, move them over here. In fact, I'll move them through the woods to make the rebels' job even harder. But you can see there, look at that. The rebels are already charging Graham with Lane. They've got more than enough boys to break Graham. Sickles is going to be here trying to keep the men together, but it's not that easy. I'm hoping that Carr can get over here and really assist. At this point, we are truly in open battle. Some of our boys are not in cover, which is not good, but most of them are, of course. With the rest of them that aren't, we're just going to have to try to get them in cover as soon as possible. Where the hell is Meade? There he is. I want to get Randall over here, and I want to get Martin over here too. We also got to be careful because we're not supposed to lose that one area. And yeah, they definitely made Randall run. Get Dan Sickles, get your ass back here, son. And hopefully Randall can hold them off. We're also not supposed to lose this hill right here because it's going to give the rebels a really good firing position for their artillery. So we're going to do everything we can to stop that. It looks like down here in the south we are being bombarded, to say the least. Now, Kane Skirmisher is doing a pretty good job at keeping these guys in check, but that's not going to last for long before the entire rebel onslaught just decimates us. Couch has got a nice force here. We got McGregor as well. They're going to move in McGregor down south to assist against Wofford, but you can see that we're running out of ammo with Fitzhugh. Probably got to get one of the damn supply barges over here quickly. Let's see where they are. All right, for now, we're just going to have to deal with Clark, and it looks like Burden is doing a great job at keeping the enemy off our backs. He's doing a great job at not being a burden, put it that way. Okay. As nice as that little position looks right there, it's just not nice enough for me to leave this area. Make sure that Carr is firing at Lane. Come on, Carr. Don't be afraid of the enemy, son. Oh, shit. We lost Sickles. Dan Sickles, he's not dead, but he's left the battlefield, obviously, because we put him in a dangerous position. We're being attacked from all sides at this point. We're also losing a lot of ammo. I'm going to take the supply wagon over here, and then I'll send it to the south where it's needed most, really. And I also want to make sure that Stockton gets in here and that these guys get a lot closer to the enemy. Make sure that Alabac is firing at enemies that are exposed out of the woods. And hell, we might even be able to charge on Iverson. I mean, you know what? Where are you, Meade? Let's go. The Union boys! Go, McQuaid! How can McQuaid be blocked by another charge? Well, fine. We'll charge the enemy artillery here. Some of you guys may be just cringing at this charge because, you know, we've really become a lot more defensive since I first started playing the Ultimate General series. But in this battle, I'm thinking that being defensive isn't going to win us any medals. We've got to take the fight to the enemy, and I want to make sure that Meade is over here assisting the men. Martin, sorry about that. You stay put, son. You fired O'Neill. Look at that, guys. We're breaking them. We are breaking these boys. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to go ahead and charge into Nichols. Of course, our men are not going to come out of this without some wounds. But, you know, with victory comes sacrifice as well. Here we go. I'm going to take Brooke as well. Send Brooke over here just in case we need him to defend the farm. Remember, this is the main area of defense. We can lose everything else. And as long as we defend that damn farm, we're going to win this battle. That doesn't make me feel a whole lot better because Heyman just took off running. And we've got a lot of rebels over here. And you know what? I'm starting to think maybe we'll take Ward and put him over here in this position as quickly as possible. Actually have him run there. Carr is trying to continue the fight, but there's really no point. Let's make sure that our boys are not flanked over here. It looks like Mott is kind of seeing the problem. We're going to try to set him up there on the road. Take Patrick's skirmishers as well. And it looks like these boys are doing good. Now, of course, they had to fall back eventually, but did an alright job, all things considered. Look at all those rebels on the floor. Come on, come on. Nichols is moving back. These are going to be the guys to save us, I'll tell you that right now. Patrick, keep it up, boy. Don't stop shooting. We got Brooke on the way. Ward's in position. We're going to move Carr over here. Hopefully get some flanking shots before he notices we're here. And I'm even going to have Clark focus fire over here. In fact, I'm going to move him a lot closer. Oh, we got a lot of skirmishers. Look at all those enemy skirmishers right there. We're going to fire at Doles. And I'm going to actually have Clark open up on these skirmisher units if he can spot them. If not, maybe it's better that we just hit this huge, huge amount of infantry. Apologies for that, everybody. Make sure Kane is hitting Archer. It looks like this attack in the south is not nearly as strong as we anticipated it to be. Nonetheless, it's good enough to put a dent in our plan, that's for sure. Make sure Patrick's skirmishers are still attacking. Look at that group of enemy artillery. We've got to get there. We've got to get to that group of enemy artillery. Move Tyler's skirmishers forward. All of these skirmishers should be moving forward and firing on Nichols and the rest of these guys. Because if we can break that arty, we're going to take that position and we can just flank the entire damn enemy army. Come on, let's go, boys. Now, this is one battle I will say is not easy. Not easy at all. Come on. Graham, get your ass forward. The hell are you doing? Slacking off. We're going to move Barnes south. And I'm hoping he can get into this wood line here and maybe provide some defense. In fact, I'm even going to take O'Rourke, the Irishman. Come on, Patricks. Keep on firing, boy. Don't be afraid. Alright, so we do have them kind of stuck in, but we're not going to be able to hold them for very long. Colonel John McGregor is wounded. Well, shit. I did not want that to happen. But I sort of expected it to be honest. Come on, we got to get that shell shot out. Where the hell is that ammo wagon? Get your ass over here, son. You're not doing us any good over here, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to put this Patrick right here. Right in front of this position. Of course, we're still moving in with the boys from the north. Come on, Barnes. You can do this, son. We could trap the enemy here. We were going to be in a very, very good position. Obviously, Patrick's skirmishers, they're not really up for the fight. But I'm going to keep firing at Warren, maybe get some flanking shots on him, and ultimately break this westernmost Confederate line. Well, really, if we're looking at our side of the battle, switch around the camera, it's actually our easternmost front. But obviously it's left to me when I'm looking at the screen. The left over here. Okay, here we go. Now, these fences do provide some cover, but the fact that they make Clark run is not good. Looks like they don't have much going on over here. Move Candy and Kane forward. We're going to move Kane's skirmishers back this way. There we go. We got Thomas to rout, and he really routed. He's not coming back. But we still got Sems over here causing us some panic, some havoc. Let's grab Cross. In fact, let's grab all these boys. Ayers, the rest of these guys. We're going to move them over here to the east. This is I think this is really the main focus of the Confederate Army. If they can break through here, they can win this battle. So we've got to put all of our men in the fight here to try and really push these guys back. I'm going to move forward with McQuaid, move forward with O'Rourke, and with Graham, even though Graham is a little coward and couldn't defend a frickin' chicken coop, to be honest with you. No offense, Graham. The men who fight for him are brave men, but he is just terrible. So there we go. We're already getting to the first line of Confederate cannons, defended there by Stonewall Jackson himself. And when Stonewall Jackson's defending something, he's gonna try and defend for a long time. We actually made Stonewall Jackson fall back. Look at that. Totally destroyed that artillery piece. And now we're gonna go ahead and smash into Nichols. Let's get Patrick's skirmishers here. These boys are just barely holding on. Let's see if Hunt can provide some morale. Come on, Hunt. Got a general watching you, boys. Think smart. Alright, Meager. I don't really know what the hell Couch is doing over here. I think we should probably get this artillery over to our west flank. Look at that. Look at all them rebels, but a lot of Yankees too. I mean, we've lost a lot of men. Here we go. McQuaid is still firing there on Pender. In fact, we could probably charge with Alabac, although Pender's a very strong brigade, as you guys can imagine. I think I'm just going to hit him with more artillery shots. Brigadier General Thomas Ruger is wounded. My goodness. All right. All right, let's get Stockton as well. I'm going to move Stockton down south because we've just got too many men over here right now. And they're not particularly useful if they're all next to each other this way. Come on, Pender, get the hell out of here. As soon as Pender breaks, if Pender breaks, and that's a big if, because this guy is tough, then we're going to move into this area right here. A lot of potholes, or shell holes, I should say. And there we go. Now they're pushing on this area. This is not good because this is the area we need to defend, or else they get some pretty great bonuses from this actual hill. And it looks like Stephen Weed is wounded. Not Weed. Anybody but Weed. There we go. Pender's routed. We're going to move the rest of these guys into the woods here, guys. Just look at all those bodies. And I think Nichols is going to rout soon, too. This is why the enemy has basically changed their attack to the south, because I think they realize that we have finally crushed them here. We've managed to actually make them retreat, managed to make them rethink this entire attack. And there we go. Nichols is going to pull back, too. I'm actually going to put these boys right there. But not without Patrick getting some shots here on Jones. Try to flank the enemy from the farm. I would put them here, but, well, yeah, let's try it. The reason I don't want to is because they're going to be facing north. They're not going to be facing south. So they might not even fire. They've totally taken out our cannons. We've only got Franklin to help defend now. And Burden, excuse me. Alright, Kane has pushed this guy back more than enough. Candy's going to have to stay put, of course. But Ruger here can still do a lot of damage to the enemy, despite only having 595 men. Come on, Meager. Moving General Hunt back. He's not in the finest position. And I hope Patrick's skirmishers aren't slacking. They need to keep shooting. Tyler, skirmishers, get your ass over here. Destroy that cannon. We've got some beautiful artillery here that we should probably be moving a lot closer to the farm. So I'm going to move them, not like that, like that. That's better. We'll sort them out once we get into position. Let's let Tyler give Pender a volley. Why not? No, you know what? I'm going to focus on Jones. Come on, McQuaid. We're actually going to charge this position, but I want General Meade to be near us. We might not even have to charge this position because Pender's going to break. There we go. Charge. The morale is very high of the men. That's a good sign. Let's get Brown as well. There we go. Bayonets, boys. Meade is with you. God in heaven and Meade on earth. Here we go. That's a savage fight. Fight to the death. It's not like our other close combat fights where, you know, the men maybe smash each other with a few rifle butts, knock somebody out, and come back and take them prisoner later. Nobody is coming out of this alive. If you fall on the ground, you're getting trampled. And it's the same goes for this artillery group here led by Brown. So I want to make sure they get the message to get the hell away. Beautiful. There we go. Now we're going to move here into the woods. Keep on going, boys. Tyler, you can move too. I got no more Confederates from that area. Actually, these guys over by the farm have done a great job at holding off the rebels. Where the hell is that damn ammo cart? Oh, he's empty. Ammo cart is empty, guys. Nothing we can do about that. We must have another ammo cart. Yes, we do. We're going to move him south. Carroll hasn't seen a bit of combat, so I'm going to move him even closer. Alright, Pender's getting some shots, flanking shots on McQuaid. And since he's such a good general, I want to make sure to charge that position. Believe me, even 300 men under Pender's command concern me. I think we're about to see why. Let's get Meade down here. These cannons are still moving. Right now, there's no point in moving cross. He's in an okay position. I mean, if they break these lines and get through, oh well. They still haven't taken the high ground here. Make sure that Burden is firing at them, and let's make sure that Kane is firing at them too. Amazingly, Candy has managed to hold off this entire time. We've barely focused on him, but what he's done for us this battle is unbelievable. Holding off all those Confederates to the east. Let's grab Carr. Oh, he ran all the way from the front of the battle and put him over here. And actually, no, we can't get any skirmishers out of Kane. But maybe he's still got some fight left in him. Put a roundel right there with the rest of the arty. I think Martin's already taken up a nice position. Probably not a bad idea to move him right there. It's going to be really risky, but let's do it. And there's Jackson. Now Pender's still there. Warren is still running, but Pender is still fighting strong. So we're going to move Tyler and Alabac from the north. Jackson is leaving. When Jackson leaves, as I said before, we know we're doing the right thing. We do have kind of a high ground here, but I'm not going to turn around just to grab the high ground when we're going to get a beautiful flanking shot with Tyler. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Doles. Look at Doles. He's not liking that one bit, and Martin's about to set up his cannon. I think from here he can definitely get shell shot. Canister shot is probably asking a bit much of him, but even shell shot with 589. I think we got about 6 cannons there. Let's see what kind of cannons we got. 12-pounder Napoleons. Holy crap. Those will put a hole through a frickin', I don't even know, an armored car. I mean, that's just a ridiculously strong and powerful little cannon there. Well, not little. 12-pounders. 12-pound cannonballs, in this case filled with shell shot, or canister shot, well, shell shot actually. Boom! Just blasting in the lane in these cornfields. Now, the cornfields are actually providing him pretty good protection. But we're going to make sure that that ends. Doles is gone. He is not coming back to this battle. He ain't coming back. I'll tell you that right now. What's going on with these boys? Meager, who the hell are you shooting at? Okay, fair enough. Thought he was shooting behind him. I was like, what is wrong with the boy? General Reynolds dispatches 1st Division to assist the defense just in time. It's not like we even really need him at this point. There we go. Lane is trapped on all sides. As soon as Alabak lays into him, I think he's out of here. Look at that. If I was Lane, I'd retreat right there. You're just losing men. Just losing so many men right there. Hold the farm, boys. Oh, and it looks like our canister or shell shot is going to try to fire at Jackson. It'd be great to hit Jackson. Take him out of the war a little bit early. Got some skirmishers. Not going to hold my ground because we got some fighting to do. We're getting close, guys. I don't know if this is the end of the battle or if we still got some fighting to do after, but just look at that damn battlefield. Shell holes everywhere, bodies all over the damn place, all these abandoned cannons from our charges, and it looks like Pender is gone. Pender's men are running back home, back to their plantations. Here we go. Get Wilcox. Now this is what they're really trying to take this position. Even Mahone is charging, and they're trying their absolute best to get the high ground. I think it's a little late, but like I said, I don't know if the battle's over yet. Now there we go. That's Reynolds. Thank you, sir. We're going to bring him straight down. Form a new defensive line over here. All right, Tyler, focus on Wilcox for now. Good enough. There we go. Looks like he did manage to make Bowman run, Mahone, but if we can get Kane over here, well, he's got no ammo. So you know what? He's actually better off up here with his bayonets. At the very least, he could provide some charge damage to the enemy if they decide to come up the hill again with another brigade. As you can see, they never really run out of ammo. They just basically, the way I see it, when they're out of ammo and it's slowly increasing, is they're picking up ammo from dead men on the ground. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's just the way I imagine it. And that takes a little longer than just pulling it out of your satchel and, you know, biting the end off, loading your weapon. It takes a little bit longer to actually reach down and pick it up off a corpse. Here we go. Come on, boys. All right, Kane, you're all right. You're all right, son. He's actually got enough for one volley here. So I'm going to try to get a nice flanking shot. And damn it, Burden, you are lazy. I don't like how the skirmishers fire once and then retreat. There should be a button, and maybe there is, and I haven't seen it, to basically have the skirmishers continue to pull back and attack until you tell them otherwise. Because having to remember so many different skirmishers in one battle is not easy. Not even a little bit. Route. Get out of here, O'Neill. I love it. All right, Kane, reload. Franklin, reload. Don't chase him. Just stay put, son. So the one to get farthest over here was Paxton. All right, Candy, charge. Looks like Candy's a little too tired to charge. And there we go. That is going to be... We have a chance to advance. It's not done yet. Oh, my goodness. Well, now I'm surprised. So now, the odds were against us, but we held. We held Chancellorsville. Our brave soldiers were exhausted, but so were the enemy. We can now advance and repel the rebels from their defensive position. Well, shit, you don't have to tell me twice, but... And I will say this, that was one hell of a battle. So, guys, I guess we're going to go ahead and move on to the attack phase. The odds were against us. We held. Yes, yes, yes. And now, of course, Lee's army's waiting for us in these woods. And his line expands to the northeast. And to this forested area. My goodness. So I guess we're using everybody we have to push on the attack. All your corps that are still in good condition are ready to command. General Reynolds' corps will lead the attack, and his soldiers are well-trained and rested. Clear the roads to claim victory today. You may, of course, decide not to risk more lives and be happy with a stalemate. You decide, General. What do you guys think? I'm not going to be happy with a freaking stalemate, but I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. We are going to call this battle a different name. I'm going to call it... and I also called this save game Chancellorsville because I thought it was a perfect apropos name for the battle. We've been Chancellorsville. I'm going to be calling this the Battle of Blood Farm just because I thought it was such a beautiful fight. So I will put in the description that this is part 3 of Chancellorsville, and we're going to be going into part 4 of Chancellorsville next battle. Hope you guys are rested and ready to play it. But thank you so much for watching, boys and girls, and have an awesome, awesome day.